You know the craziest thing about this damn city? Every time you think it's done, it always comes back.
Lola gazes into the distance as the camera pans out to an aerial view of the Brooklyn Bridge. And then, New York City.
And that concludes the reading of my screenplay, Love, Dreams, and the Big Apple. Wow, that was really powerful, you guys. I think we all got chills from that. Amazing job, everyone. Really, thank you so much. I would now like to open up the floor to notes. Oh. This is a workshop reading, so truly any feedback you have for the script is valuable. This is a pretty polished draft, so if you guys are having trouble coming up with stuff to critique, it's but just whatever pops into your head, just feel free.
Yeah, I have something. Yeah. I felt like some of the dialogue was a little cliche. For example, page 103, when Lola says, "It's you, Adrian, it's always been you." I did feel like I've heard that a few times before, and also just that the character wouldn't say that. So
Okay. So, sorry, is it that you think the dialogue is cliche or that the character wouldn't say that? Because I just feel like we're all kind of confused as to like what you're saying.
No, I got it.
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Cool. Well, I think the rest of us are still kind of like, what are you talking about? Like that line was actually really well written, and yeah, okay, great. So does anyone else have anything, maybe something a little bit more like informed or professional?
Yeah, a couple of the scenes just felt a little forced to me. Like when Lola shoots Adrian's car and makes bullet holes in the shape of a middle finger. Like, how is that even possible? And where did she get a gun? Like, just all of a sudden she has like an assault rifle out of nowhere, and it's never really addressed again.
Well, I was trying to be sensitive to the extremely serious issue of gun violence in this country. That's actually something that was really important to me when I was writing this. Do you guys mind if I eat the salad? I missed lunch.
Yeah, no, it felt kind of random. Also, if you're trying to be sensitive, then why did you write that Juice by Lizzo plays during the scene?
Why do you have an issue with me platforming a powerful plus-size Black woman artist in my film? Because I'm sorry, but I refuse to budge on that.
That's not at all what I was saying.
Well, actually, just going off that, I felt like the one Black character was pretty underwritten.
Well, he's a supporting character. They can't all be like talking all the time.
Okay. Also, some of his lines are like weirdly stereotypical.
Huh. And could you provide an example of such a line?
I'd rather not.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you can't come up with an example. So kind of seems like you couldn't find one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and disregard that. Okay. Feels like we're really digging into some serious stuff here. These kinds of difficult conversations are just what I wanted this to be. So let's keep going. How about if anybody had any like favorite moments in the script? I feel like you guys have been holding back, but just let it out.
Sure, Shauna had some funny lines, I guess.
Yeah, and just kind of going off of that, it feels like the character Shoshana is exactly like the one from the show Girls. You know, like her sort of her personality and the way that she talks and the fact that she went to NYU. It's kind of
Girls, you said? I'm not familiar. Is that a short film or a book?
You haven't seen the HBO show Girls? Because this script feels like directly inspired by it.
No. But that is such an interesting coincidence. What did you say that this film or book was called again? Gargoyles, you said?
no. Girls, like the word girls.
We'll have to check it out.
I'll say, only the first half of the script felt like a girl's ripoff. The second half is like a completely different genre. So, like, when the aliens show up on page 68, just like out of nowhere, I was like, is this what the movie's supposed to be about?
I feel like everybody else mostly understood the aliens. They're a metaphor
No.
for the war in Ukraine.
Why would they be a metaphor for that?
It's like symbolic, like Mad Men. Okay, you know what? I feel like I'm realizing that you guys are actually maybe struggling with the material a little bit, because this is kind of a more of a prestige sort of satire, like kind of like a Mike White, like but I know some of the themes and the subtext are a little bit more complex for the average, shall we say, Marvel going viewer to understand. And I'm sensing that we have a lot of Harry Potter fans here. You know what I mean? We have a lot of Harry Potter fans. So maybe you guys are the audience for this.
Well, we're all screenwriters. I mean, Jason's first feature premiered at Sundance this year, and it got a standing ovation. So
Yes, exactly. Jason actually knows what he's talking about. So please, Jason, let me know your thoughts, because I really feel like you're the audience for this.
Sure, okay. So for starters, I loved it. But
I loved it, but I was hearing this. I loved it, but you're really messing with my head here, Jason, because it's like, is it that you love it and you think it's amazing and I'm the voice of my generation, et cetera, or is it that you hate it and you hate me and you want me to fail?
look, I just noticed a typo on page 14. You spelled women wrong.
You're actually so pretentious and like honestly like creepy. Like this entire community is like really weirded out by you, and I just thought that like someone needed to say something. So we're all just being made to feel really uncomfortable by you right now, and I think that you should go.
All right, whatever. Bye, guys. Bye.
That's really good. This part is like really good, you guys. Okay, well, now that everybody feels a little bit safer now that Jason is gone, does anybody have any constructive criticism about my screenplay?
it was too long.
Way too long.